What do you think separates the rich from the poor? Is it just money or something deeper? These questions open the door to an intriguing discussion about the wealth gap. It's a reality that's as complex as it is pervasive, and while the size of one's bank account is certainly a factor, it's far from the whole story. The wealth gap is more than just a chasm between the haves and have-nots. It is a multifaceted issue that encompasses disparities in income, yes, but also in mindset, education, and opportunities. It's about the tangible and the intangible, the seen and unseen, the quantifiable and the qualitative. Now, you might be thinking, hey, we all have the same 24 hours in a day, right? Well, here's a tongue-in-cheek observation for you. Both the rich and the poor indeed have the same number of hours each day. However, you'll rarely find the rich spending their time looking for the TV remote. It's a humorous way to illustrate a serious point. How we choose to spend our time, our resources, and our energy can greatly influence our financial standing. Think about it. The rich tend to invest their time in activities that can generate more wealth, like building businesses or acquiring assets. On the other hand, those struggling financially might spend their time on more immediate concerns, like making ends meet. This is not to dismiss the very real challenges many people face. Lack of access to quality education, limited opportunities, systemic issues. These are all significant barriers that can keep people from improving their financial circumstances. But it's also important to acknowledge that mindset plays a significant role. How we perceive money, how we approach wealth creation, how we navigate the world with or without financial literacy. These aspects can shape our financial destinies in profound ways. So it's not just about the cash in your wallet. It's about how you think and act. It's about understanding the difference between being rich and being wealthy, about recognizing that wealth is not just about money, but about freedom, options, and the capacity to make choices that can lead to a better future. Ever wondered why rich people seem to get richer? It's not magic, it's mindset. Now let's dive into the world of the wealthy and unravel the secret of their mindset. You see, the rich have a different perspective on risk. They view it not as something to be avoided, but as an opportunity to be seized. For them, risk is like a wild stallion. It might be unpredictable, but if you can harness its power, it can take you to places you've never been before. Investment for the rich isn't just about putting money into a business or a stock. It's about investing in themselves. They understand the value of education, of knowledge, and of continuous learning. They know that the more they learn, the more they earn. It's like a gym for the mind. Except instead of lifting weights, they're lifting books and ideas. And speaking of ideas, let's lighten the mood with a little joke. How do rich people think about money? Well, they treat it like a love relationship. They nurture it, invest in it, and watch it grow. They don't just go on one date and expect to get married. No, they court it, they learn its likes and dislikes. They spend time with it. And like any good relationship, the more they put into it, the more they get out of it. But here's the thing. This mindset isn't exclusive to the rich. Anyone can adopt it. We can all learn to embrace risk, to invest in ourselves, and to nurture our relationship with money. It's not about having $1 million in the bank. It's about having a millionaire's mindset. So, let's stop thinking about wealth as something that's out of our reach. Let's start thinking about it as something that's within our grasp. Because at the end of the day, it's not about the size of your wallet. It's about the size of your dreams. Remember, your mind can be your biggest asset or your worst enemy. Did you know that the rich and the poor have different access to education and opportunities? It's a stark reality that's as plain as the nose on your face, yet often overlooked. You see, when it comes to education, it's not just about the 3 R's, reading, writing, and arithmetic. It's also about gaining the knowledge and skills to navigate the complexities of life, particularly the financial world. The rich tend to have access to quality education that equips them with the knowledge to make informed decisions about their finances. They learn about investments, how the stock market works, and how to make their money work for them. On the other hand, the poor often lack access to this kind of education, leaving them less equipped to build wealth. Now let's talk about opportunities. You know, some people treat opportunities like a bus. Miss one, and they just shrug and say, oh well, there's always the next one. But here's the kicker. Opportunities aren't public transportation. They don't follow a schedule. and they certainly don't come around every 15 minutes. The rich understand this. They have their eyes peeled and their ears to the ground, ready to seize opportunities when they appear. Furthermore, the rich often have access to a wider range of opportunities. Thanks to their networks and resources, they know the right people, and they're in the right places at the right times. The poor, on the other hand, may not have access to these networks and resources, limiting their exposure to potential wealth-building opportunities. So, what's the takeaway here? Education and opportunities play a significant role in wealth accumulation. Having access to quality education provides the knowledge to make smart financial decisions. Being ready and able to seize opportunities can lead to wealth-building ventures. But remember, opportunities don't often come knocking twice, so seize them when you can. Ever heard the saying, "The rich get richer while the poor get poorer"? Let's delve into why. One of the key differences between the rich and the poor lies in their financial habits. It's like this. Imagine your money as a bar of soap. The more you handle it, the less you have. Funny, isn't it? But there's a grain of truth in there. Now let's unpack that a bit. First off, we have saving. The rich understand that every penny saved is a penny earned. They don't just spend less, they save more. They live below their means and focus on growing their wealth. Now you might think, hey, I save too. But here's the thing. The rich don't just save for the sake of saving. They save with a purpose. They set financial goals and save towards them. It's not about hoarding money. It's about being strategic with it. Next, there's investing. The rich don't just work for money. They make their money work for them. They understand that investing is key to financial growth. They invest in stocks, real estate, businesses, you name it. They're not afraid to take calculated risks because they know that's how wealth is created. Then we have budgeting. The rich are meticulous about their money. They know where every penny is going. They create a budget and stick to it. They prioritize their spending and cut out unnecessary expenses. They don't just earn and spend. They earn, save, invest, and then spend. It's a cycle, a habit, a way of life. So you see, the rich treat their money differently. They don't handle their money like a bar of soap. They handle it like a precious resource. They respect it, value it, and most importantly, they know how to grow it. So why do the rich get richer? It's not magic. It's not luck. It's not even about being born with a silver spoon. It's about adopting good financial habits. It's about being smart with your money. Good financial habits can be the bridge between you and wealth. It's time to cross that bridge, don't you think? Now let's wrap up what we've learned today. We started by peering into the wealth gap, a chasm as deep as the Grand Canyon and as wide as the Pacific Ocean. We saw that being rich or poor isn't just about the numbers in your bank account, but more importantly, it's about your mindset. The rich don't just think about making money. They think about making their money work for them. They're like master chess players, always thinking several moves ahead. The poor, on the other hand, are often caught in a game of checkers, reacting to their circumstances rather than planning for the future. And speaking of planning for the future, we've talked about the importance of education. The rich understand that investing in knowledge pays the best interest. They're continually learning, growing, and improving, like a tree that never stops reaching for the sun. But remember, education isn't just about getting a degree. It's about gaining knowledge and using it to create opportunities, which brings us to our next point, opportunities. The rich are like eagles, soaring high above the ground, always on the lookout for their next prey. They seize opportunities when they see them, and if they don't see any, they create them. The poor, on the other hand, are often like turtles, hiding in their shells, afraid to take risks. And lastly, we've discussed financial habits. The rich understand that it's not about how much money you make, but how much you keep. They're like squirrels, always stashing away acorns for the winter. The poor, on the other hand, often spend more than they earn, like a car with a leaky fuel tank. Now here's a little joke for you. The rich are like a tea bag. You don't know how strong they are until they're in hot water. But remember, even tea bags need hot water to bring out their best. Remember, the distance between the rich and the poor isn't just measured in dollars. It's about mindset, education, seizing opportunities, and good financial habits. So which side do you want to be on?